Coach, how you doing?
Good.
Good. So what was the biggest thing about, that happened over the weekend? You guys obviously had a lot of success. It seems like you're peaking at the right time, at the Big West Championships. If you want to talk about a little about that and discuss a little bit more about the role you guys are on right now.
Yeah, I think it was a great sign the way both teams competed last week at the Big West Championship. The men really needed to step it up if they wanted to show that they can be in the fray this week up in Eugene to try to get back to the NCAA Championships. And, they accomplished that goal. They all really improved upon where they were at earlier in the season. And the women also did, too. They showed they're in a good spot because they finished a close third in the conference meet. So they have their highest regional ranking in the last 10 years right now going into regionals. And so it should be an interesting race. But you're absolutely right. The season has progressed well to the point where, everybody's running well at the right time.
Does that have a lot to do with your style coaching, or does that seem that the players just seem to find their groove at this time of the year?
Well, I think it's a combination of both. You want to come up with a training plan that allows the athlete to be at their best when it matters the most, which is from the conference meet on. And yet there's also a mindset that they have to have, that they want to step up and achieve excellence at the toughest part of the season, which is this same stretch that we're on right now.
Injury watch, is there anybody we should be looking out for? Anybody you're keeping a close eye on?
No, I think we're okay. We've got some fired up people, and I think the lineup looks good and ready to roll.
Hey, Mark, you're going back to Eugene. Are you running a similar course, different place compared to where you were earlier?
It's the same place, same course, only this race the men run a 10,000-meter course. When we went up there before, it was an 8,000-meter course. And it's set up to have a 2,000-meter loop on the Springfield Country Club golf course. So the men just add one more loop to what they ran at the Invitational earlier this year. And then the women run a 6-kilometer course, and so they'll run 3 loops of this 2-kilometer course loop that they've set up there, which is wonderful for spectators. You get to see the student athletes many times out on the course, and you don't have to run all over the place to do it either. So it's a great spectator course and provides a really kind of an intense atmosphere as far as watching the race, because you can see them so many times, and the course is very gentle as far as the topography. There's very minor hills on it. So really you can get into a good rhythm, and I think it has a chance to be a little boggy, a little wet, because of the weather the Northwest is looking to get all week, and that's great. Bring it on. That's cross-country weather, and so it'll make for interesting conditions, I think, too.
Will you coach to the course, having ran it once already this year?
We do like to simulate in training what we think we'll see in the types of courses we run on, and the sports fields here at Cal Poly, the big grass field is absolutely perfect for preparing for this type of a course, because we do multiple loops out on our sports field, and the length of the grass, the conditions can mimic these types of golf courses, and the Nationals course even at Terre Haute, all in the grass. So we're fortunate here on campus to have conditions where we can really simulate getting prepared for our upcoming races.
Hey, Coach, with kind of a long break, 2 weeks, I know that's not unusual during the season, but a 2-week break from your last event to this event, how does the training work? How does the preparation change from each day or each week heading up into this?
Well, that's always the trickiest part, I think, of training, and the mindset is how much do you cut back, how much do you taper, and we do a little bit of that during these final 2 weeks. But really it's just kind of keeping a continuity going with the type of training that we do. We run our hardest workout of the week on Tuesdays, so tomorrow we'll do something. The rest of the week is just kind of gentle runs, do a few strides. Sticking with what the body's used to, but tweaking it just a little bit so they can go in there feeling like, hey, I'm rested, I'm ready to roll. And 2 weeks is an optimal time, to be honest with you, because the conference effort was solid, but it took something out of the athletes to where you want to make sure they've recovered from it, that they're over any aches and pains, and their colds have all gone away, and then boom, up comes the next big one 2 weeks later. So that's really perfect timing.
Hey, Coach. I know going into the Big West Championships, you said the women were the wild card, had so much potential, and, the men with all the expectations of winning another title. Just kind of what are your expectations headed into this coming meet?
I do not know what to expect. I know they're ready to run, and they'll fight hard. They're in this mode where they're working as a band of brothers and sisters, and they want to go see what they can do. On the men's side, there's a senior-laden team, and they all live together. They share a house, and I know they've been realizing that, hey, their experience here at Cal Poly as a student-athlete is coming down to an end in cross-country, and they really want to work together and be a band of brothers. And the women, it's a young team with 2 freshmen and 2 sophomores, and they're looking so forward to the future, and they've banded together, and they want to prove themselves up against the best teams in the West region also. So I know they're going to go out and they're going to put up a great fight, and that's all you can ask of them as a coach. And our region is so deep in distance running that on any given day, can I predict what will happen? No, I can't. But we've always been able to hold our own well in the West region, and then even at the NCAA championships. So, this group I expect to be no different in terms of the effort and the fight and their desire to go out and achieve excellence. And they're all just looking forward to running, and I'm looking forward to getting them there and getting them fed well the night before and rested into the starting line and go watch them race and be tough as nails out there.